Can you make a scary movie? Like a real scary movie? Alright, bet. 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 Okay, got it. Locked in. Locked in. Okay, I see it. Let's get it. Let's vibe it. So there was billionaires. They learned how to fly with ancient technology. They learned spells and they kept it to themselves.
That's why you gotta make your moves.
Ain't nothing new come from out that shit. She need an aura sent for a body. Ooh, la la wally. Ooh, wally, ooh, wally. I'm tying bonds in the valley. Thorns grabbing on my mind, telling me to give up my shine. Ooh, wally, ooh, wally. Wally, wally. Ain't it amazing? I get the praise and I get the flaming through my lungs. Transparent, transmuting. Know how devil, but say hello to the holy rebuking. Ooh, wally, wally. Wally, wally. So this is what I know, they got me on a silent protest. But I know my proton, know my halo. Proton. Hold up that enemy, get up on that. Hold on. I'm a bit sonic, coming in, coming fat. Better back up, I keep it jab of wisdom. High jab rhythm, high low jabbing rhythm. I wear hijab, mama, rhythm Muslim. I understand the heart, so it's a Muslim heart. It's a Muslim to connect with who deep in the hurt. Mama, watch him transmute. My trainer be on mute. I keep it in the rebuke. Mama, he taught me tongue, so I know how to do that until when I really get to breaking it down, they gonna be like, hold on, who is you? I say, I've been loco taking in time. I've been loco, I've been beyond this time. Inchi korobamba banti itikiko. Inchi bing. Okay. Inch below the lobe, inch below, inch below, underground, and I come in below, grow with the tree. I've been how to grow, can't you see? I got ecstasy inside my dreams. Understand how to make a say, hold on, yeah, hey, hella with the G. Let's have a vibe to baby, and then rock to this baby. Prophetic. And they kept it to themselves. And it was real, they're like, we're gonna poison the ground so anybody that's walking or driving is gonna die. And then we're gonna heal the ground and let everybody die. And they said, well, a lot of us got a lot of money. And a lot of y'all know the spell and y'all got it written down. So we finna go to war with this. So if y'all come to the ground to get anything, we probably already gonna be there. So we was flying helicopters, airplanes, jets. We was getting there. Everybody was on the plane. Everybody was getting on the private jet. Everybody was getting on the plane. All the billionaires, they're like, oh, we trying to start them. Like, nah, cause we in a low class too. What you think, we're just gonna stay in the airplane? You trying to poison the ground. Like, we finna come and get that too. So everybody was just billionaires. They ain't thinking through. They just rich. They ain't really trying to think that bit through for real. They like, oh, we just finna. And they're like, oh. Then they trying to get down good to the spells. We ready seeing them. They got snipers. They like people coming from out the Brazilian jungles and everything. People coming around. They sniping. They shooting. They mess around. They be like, we gotta forget about the spells. We gotta sit here and survive. Cause if we don't survive, then we not even gonna be around to be able to fix the ground. So they was going through the scientists stuff. They had got in, we got in, we killed all scientists, whatever, boom. We learned the spell, we started learning it. A lot of people that was dying because the spell was hard. They was trying to fly and they was dying. But a lot of people got it down pat. They learned how to clear the ground. So we cleaned the ground, then we had to go and find the people that had started it. And they was hiding. So we searching the world, then we made a new world order. And then we understood everybody had a certain code. So we had started raising our vibration. We learned how to meditate. We learned how to be as one. And then when we found somebody that came out, they was actually trying to surrender. So when they had came in, we had taught them the ways. But instead of really letting him walk around, we put him in a prison. And we was like, well, you got to learn something. You got to learn something deep. But if you come out by yourself, you got to come out everybody else. Why? Because they could use you as a sacrificial lamb. So, more of the story is, don't try to sacrificial lamb other people, and they don't got no other choice but to do something drastic. You're trying to do something drastic instead of trying to do something that will behoove the whole entire nation, that will behoove the whole world, will just turn out to something that will triumph with people who actually deserve it.